Connecting to the ultimate cosmic internet.
Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about something that will completely disrupt your perception of reality. We're diving deep to break down a very special sharing from the Australia Buddha Dharma Society. We're going to take ancient, seemingly mysterious Eastern wisdom and merge it with the modern technology we use every day. This isn't going to be a boring theory class, it has a wild leap in cognitive dimensions. We are going to transform deep spiritual concepts into high-definition visuals that you can directly download and run right inside your mind. Are you ready? Let's jump straight in. Part E, Buddha's Cosmic Wi-Fi. Let's start with a super interesting question. If you wanted to connect to the Buddha's internet, how many seconds would it take? You might think, oh, it must take at least 8 or 10 years of hard cultivation. We're sitting in meditation and chanting scriptures for hours every day, right? It is actually nothing like that. Connecting to this ultimate cosmic network has nothing to do with time. It depends entirely on whether you've entered the correct password. The moment your username and password match it, the connection is made instantly. First, we need to shatter a stereotype. Buddha isn't some far-off ancient deity sitting high up in the clouds. Imagine this cosmic Wi-Fi signal as an all-weather, omnipresent spiritual network, like a cosmic-level emergency response protocol. In this network, there's no such thing as a weak signal or failing to connect. When you send out a cry for help during extreme suffering or disaster, as long as your frequency is tuned correctly, the network automatically responds and instantly neutralizes your present suffering. 100% guaranteed to work. So, what does this basic level of connection look like in real life? The sharing materials give a few very concrete, real-world examples. Sudden torrential rain. Say you're walking in the middle of nowhere with no car in sight, and it suddenly starts pouring rain. To avoid getting drenched, as soon as you send out the correct connection request, boom, the rain stops completely. Customs clearance. If you're extremely nervous or scared while passing through customs, relying on the signal allows you to pass smoothly. Wild animal encounters. Even when facing immediate physical danger like running into a lion or tiger so terry, finding your legs turn to jelly, just connecting to this basic network can immediately turn danger into safety. You see what I mean? It is like a basic web page for responding to cries for help and saving people from distress. Although it only solves your immediate emergency, the results are instantly effective. Part R, network login password. That brings up a question. Since this Wi-Fi is always online, why do we only seem to experience one-off services like stopping the rain or escaping danger? Why can't we access advanced web pages like the Great Compassion Mantra to see the full content? The most critical point is that you can't expect to force massive amounts of data through a narrowband connection. Right, the data volume of advanced web pages is far too enormous. You have to accumulate the 10 virtuous deeds, 10 wholesome karma to significantly expand your network bandwidth. At the same time, you must configure the corresponding spiritual hardware, namely the specific bodily, facial characteristics mentioned in the materials. Just like you need eyes to see, if your password is wrong or your hardware isn't supported, you won't be able to log into those advanced pages. Part 3, the ultimate cosmic information downloader. Listen closely, this cosmic database isn't just used to store spiritual mantras. It is actually the underlying original source code behind all human scientific discoveries. Based on how people retrieve cosmic information, the materials categorize scientists into 3 tiers. Tier 3, Newton, Elon Musk. Apologies to Isaac Newton and Elon Musk, but under this standard, they can only be categorized as third-rate. Tier R, Albert Einstein. Einstein is second-rate because he could capture futuristic theories, but even he couldn't verify them at the time. He had to wait decades for astronomical observations to prove him right. Tier E, Nikola Tesla. The truly first-rate scientists used only one method. Just like Nikola Tesla, he was essentially a human cosmic downloader. When he wanted to invent something, detailed and complete blueprints of the equipment appeared directly in his mind, down to the exact placement of every single screw. All he had to do was grab a pen and copy it down like a printing machine. This is the terrifying power of connecting directly to the advanced cosmic network. Zero guessing. Just a direct, perfect download of raw data. Part C. Uninstalling mental malware. Having heard all this, you definitely have a massive question in your mind if this network is so incredible and omnipresent. What on earth is blocking our connection? The answer is simple: the stubborn malware pre-installed in our system, the 5 inner demons commonly known as greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt. Our current state is honestly a bit tragic. Instead of running an antivirus sweep, we actively feed and nourish them with all our heart every single day. Greed makes us miserable, yet we refuse to let go. Arrogance traps us in blind self-confidence. This malware completely drains our already limited bandwidth. So please stop complaining that Buddha isn't working, that you can't see the Buddha, or that you have no affinity with the Buddha. A sentence from the materials hits the nail on the head. You linger with afflictions life after life because you choose to nourish them instead of raising your dimension. Think carefully about that line. You leave your vast inner potential unused and instead pay homage to the malicious software that causes you daily suffering. If you don't actively upgrade your dimension, how could you ever connect to the true cosmic network? Part 2. Achieving true seeing reality as it is right view. If we can truly bring ourselves to uninstall that malware, the ultimate perfect state we reach is called right view, or seeing reality as it is Rushijian. It means completely bypassing our bug-ridden physical senses to directly read the cosmic baseline raw code. To be honest, everything we take for granted as real every day is entirely an illusion. Sounds a bit mind-bending, right? But think about it for a second. Our perception of the world, what's right or wrong, good or bad, or even whether today's lunch was the spicy, these aren't inherent properties of the objects themselves. They are purely subjective renderings and personal definitions imposed on the world by your brain. Once these definitions solidify, they become habitual patterns that blind you. Let's look at a brilliant physics metaphor. The red apple in front of you isn't actually red. The concept of color doesn't even exist in the cosmos. All that truly exists are waves of different frequencies. So why can you see a colorful world? Because those waves happen to fall into the extremely narrow frequency band of your three-dimensional world. Your nervous system transmits the signals to your brain, and the graphics card inside your brain forcibly renders those waves into what we call colors. Therefore, what you see right now is not the universe as it truly is. It is merely a user interface forcefully pieced together by your brain. In the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra, there is a very interesting numeric metaphor involving the number 100. Why did ancients have to meticulously carve descriptions of seeing reality as it is onto leaves in extreme detail? You'll understand using a math example. Take the number 100. If you shift the decimal point just a tiny bit, 10 instantly shrinks into 0. Facing cosmic truth works the exact same way if you mix in even a fraction of a brain-created illusion, or misplace a single punctuation mark. The entire truth collapses in an instant. Our breakdown today is coming to a close. But before we end, I want to leave you with a powerful question to ponder. Every day when you open your eyes, are you truly observing this vast universe? Or are you simply trapped inside an illusionary cage rendered by a glitchy brain calculator? It is truly time to stop blindly trusting our internal malware. Stop wandering around following temporary impulses and illusions. Upgrade your dimension. Find the correct password, and try to touch the unedited, purest source code of the universe.